expected.
To be expected indeed. It's RimWorld. We're back. And I'm going to get our naked lizard man back to his natural naked state. That's the first thing I'm doing.
Do we have a prisoner?
I mean, it's still... It's funny. Yes, we do. We have 35 degrees. Although, we weren't sure if he's going to make it. Did we pull that off?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Was that... I thought so. I thought
Yeah.
we stuck that out. I think we went long for that. Yeah, we amputated his arm.
Oh,
That's
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
beat the infection. I'm sure he'll get another infection in no time. We'll amputate something else.
Yeah, maybe. All his injuries are... Come along, okay.
I mean, it's dirty in that cell.
I
Is
made his
there
bed a medical bed.
I don't know. This is a good thing to look up, maybe, that I'm not going to look up. I don't know if infection chance is like higher when an injury's fresh, or if it starts to heal up. If there's
I would
like...
assume so, right? I mean, I guess for the game, I don't know.
Right. You would assume that when an injury is fresh and open
Yeah.
versus when it's started healing. But I don't know if the game, if the simulation goes that deep.
But then again, I suppose the longer it goes on untreated or whatever, then I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I'll put the Argonian back in my naked one back in a parka if it shows that he needs to be in a parka. But until then,
He's going hypothermic again.
The rocket launcher.
good so far.
Yeah, Doomsday rocket launcher burns. Shit sucks.
Yeah, he got
Oh no.
friendly fired. Right? He was one of those.
Or
No.
did he get hit? Or did
Oh,
he
if
get,
he got friendly fire by his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We haven't fired a rocket launcher yet.
Oh, okay. I
Right.
thought we did, but
No, we've attained a few of them, but we haven't got them.
Yeah, we got a few. We know who we want to use them with because trigger happy
yeah.
affects the time it takes to fire and cuts it down dramatically.
Jesus, honey, that was terrible. Oh no.
Oh no.
Dinosaur.
Although I still want. I mean, Spinos would be cool, but I want a Baryonyx. I should look at the world. Do we have any swamp near us?
People planning ambush at the dinosaur nesting sites are very unhappy.
Yeah, they keep going to these
We're
dinosaur
we're
sites.
not taking the bait.
Why are they not coming?
Do you have a caravan out? That's weird.
I had to make a camp so that I could cheat and spawn in the items that we left behind.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm surprised
camp
it's
is still
still
there,
there.
though,
Yeah.
Oh,
That
you mean
No, he did it
see that
live.
you
I'm
actually
pretty
had
sure
him.
he did it actively on stream
Yeah,
because
Unrepentantly did that.
I know. Yeah.
because he literally forgot to pack them when he got the caravan
No,
going. They were sitting back at the camp.
I
They were right
packed
there.
them. Something got disrupted somewhere. We have swamps like way up north. It's not very reachable. If we do, we could try and set up transport pods, maybe someday to get up there. We send the stuff over to make more pods, so that we can switch between the two locations.
Right.
Stacks of steel am I carrying?
Where are you? Oh, there we go. Temper swamp right there.
Rocket is fully healed. Rocket. Oh yeah, right. This is the fucking Deinonychus that ate a rocket and survived.
Oh.
I remember. They got their tail blown off.
That's gotta suck.
Jesse
For a
firmly yet
for a
softly
raptor.
touched Rocket. Yeah, I sure did.
Wow. I was just joking about the Styracosaur butthole earlier, but I think there's something there.
I don't know if I've ever talked about this on stream, but I'm going to talk about it now. There's somebody on Nexus Mods who has posted, I believe, 4 or 5 mods now that are just genital slit mods for dinosaurs.
Oh boy.
They do exactly what you would think. Just slightly remodel every dinosaur in a particular DLC. It's very strange. I don't understand the motivation.
Anatomical accuracy.
But it's
obviously.
not anatomically accurate.
What?
It's not
You're out of your
accurate.
mind. You're out of your mind. They didn't have vaginas? And penises?
Cloacas.
Yep. They had
Lies.
big, meaty cloacas.
No, they were
Concerns.
The first time I saw one, I assumed it was a joke, and I was like, that's kind of funny. And then he made like 3 or 4 more, and I was like, oh, never mind. It's one of those. Okay.
watching TV.
Extreme malnutrition.
An animal.
Yeah,
Yes.
hopefully somebody's on the way.
A
We have a lot of
Borealo
starving.
pelta.
The rice does not grow fast enough in these winter months.
We're almost out of this.
Knucklebones is on the way.
Yeah, I know, but it's something. Oh yeah, we got fucked over by. I was gonna say we should have been fine on food, but the acid rain or whatever.
Yeah, we had some. We've been suffering the last few years. I feel like because we had the toxic fallout, we had a volcanic winter, we had like we lost a bunch of food to a heat wave, but maybe that was a while ago at this point.
But that fits in. I was gonna say that was just the last few seasons that we had volcanic winter and toxic fallout, and a year or two ago we had the goddamn
Oh.
the drought. We just been. Randy Random is not random. He's just fuck you after fuck you. That's the gripe I'm having with this mode so far.
Maybe a
It's
little
just
bit. Yeah, the part of Randy Random is like doesn't have like the negative event cooldowns or whatever, so the
but he
negative events just
scarcely
fucking happen.
throws us positives though. Like his version of positives is like, here's a whole pack of herbivores while the rest of your herbivores are starving in the middle of winter. It just auto tamed. I'm like, fucking cool. Sure, buddy. That's a bonus.
RimWorld experience.
Yeah, well, not the one that I've had to deal with. I have had a nice, pleasant colony where the
Oh, right.
storylines and stuff happen.
Who's our miner again? We should use the skill trainer. Pausing.
I mean, Ileana's been doing a lot of mining lately.
Yeah, Illy's
Eric
11,
wants out.
Chili's 11, Knuckles is
What's that?
9, Eric is 8.
Eric was tired of being the badger for the group. He's, despite
Yeah.
being a Wisconsinite, he should be embracing that shit.
Okay.
I know more.
So, wow, Ileana's the highest with no passion. She's just fast learner. Let's look at work priorities here, maybe. Think about who should be doing.
Like our
what's-
relationship's the highest I've seen in a while. That somehow, for some reason, she's sleeping outside.
So Chili's the one who has other good job types like cooking that she should be doing first. Knuckle and Ileana both have just like animal training before mining. They have actually basically identical work priorities. I can put it on Knuckle then. Give Knuckle some extra mining. Yeah, why is Ileana sleeping outside? You kicked her out of your bed.
I don't know.
And she's the one who isn't good. It would make more sense for me to
Like
kick Chili out of bed.
like we've been kind of hovering in like the 60s and 70s, like 50s, 60s, 70s.
Oh yeah, and Eats is out of his bed.
It's kind of come back and.
Wait, what happened to? Why are Eats and Ileana both sleeping in tents? Did
Training,
you
Probably
I assume it
medical
has to do
stuff.
something with the training, but
did you
I would assume it's medical something.
it's just they've changed the tents function like a bed. So they've changed
Yeah,
their
no,
beds for
right.
some reason. Were their beds swapped out and adjusted?
I don't think so.
You just need to
I'm pretty sure Eric's.
I
bed's
didn't-
been
I didn't- I
there
haven't
this
done
entire
anything.
time, yeah.
That I know
yeah,
of.
I this is strange. Well, you should just reset them. Add Ileana back to your bed and then add.
Okay.
Presumably this was Eats. I don't know if anybody else's bedrooms are messed
Yeah.
up. I don't remember where everybody was sleeping. Mushinto over here, that seems right. Knuckle over there seems right to me.
Eats.
My wife is sleeping with Garrett like usual.
Yep. She comes home to me.
Okay, Green Venom is the
Well,
ascetic, so they're in the right.
She's
cave.
sleeping with everybody.
I know, but she won't. There's an old Adam Sandler song goes like that. She comes home to me, but is about having a wife who's like a highest
Ah, I
tier
see.
escort.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure one of the lines is on your face she might sit, on your chest she might poop, but she won't cook her famous vegetable soup.
Wow.
Yep. It's so outrageous of a song. It's just over the top, and it's done like an old like crooner Sinatra, lounge singer
Mhm.
style, and it's, oh man, let's put it this way. I got that CD when I was barely in middle school. From my mom bought it because she was familiar with Adam Sandler at this point. This was the late '90s, not thinking too much of it. And I get that CD and I listen to it, and I fully followed everything that's going on there. And honestly, I thought the song was kind of cringy even back then. Now it's
Mm.
like, my God, this is over the top. And unfortunately, though, my dad likes Adam Sandler's stuff, like the Talking Goat and shit like that, and he wanted to hear it, and I showed it to him, and he's like, you're not, don't keep this at your house. You keep this out at my place. You don't need your mom hearing you listening to this." I'm like, I don't listen to this. I skipped this song. It's like and don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm above that sort of thing as a young kid. I liked, say, the Bloodhound Gang's "Bad Touch." Like that, had a good beat to it and stuff. But like
Mm.
the old lounge singer bit is never resonated with me. I don't even like Richard Cheese that much. I mean, I like him okay, but not like he's not in any of my parody playlists on Spotify.
Nah, that bit gets old.
Yeah, and
Like the
that's
cheese
kind of it.
bit.
Is like you have to. I think you have to appreciate and like be into lounge singers beyond just like, Fly Me to the Moon and like a couple that you like to
Yeah.
enjoy Richard Cheese that much. We're not knocking him. Like, guy's talented, but like,
I don't even think that. I just think it's a bit that doesn't really stay fresh for very long.
well, and I think it's
Especially
also kind of,
nowadays. Like, I mean, I guess there's some. I suppose there are some pretty risque songs that you could do,
yeah.
but I don't know if it plays as well as it did back then
I don't think it does,
with like
simply
metal and shit.
because, well, not just the metal, but the fact that people doing stylistic covers and variations and things like that are a dime a dozen, with thanks to YouTube and Bandcamp and all
Yeah,
these other aspects.
yeah,
Like the ones that still, as far from my perspective, and I'm very biased here, of course, the ones that still maintain our Animal Need Rescue, okay, none of the bondeds anymore, that hold up are the ones that have established themselves long before this era, and that is the Weird Al's and the Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, and admittedly Richard Cheese, yes. Like the people that like him, I'm sure still follow if he's putting music out. I have no idea if he's still producing anything,
hmm I don't either.
but it's something I should honestly look into though, because I have a whole cover song segment. I probably should, because
Hmm
other people do enjoy it, even if I don't get the lounge singer singing songs that are totally inappropriate for lounge singing. I think that's it completely. Is because I don't have any background with lounge singing and a fondness for it. Like that part of the humor doesn't land for me. Of like, haha, guy with singing old Blue Eyes tunes, sounding voices, talking about fucking. It's funny.
hmm
It's a little of the
it's a dated way of singing
yeah.
a newer
It,
song
it and also it
that
partly
has
reminds
more
me.
uh, colorful language.
Right. No, and that part I appreciate, but I think that's something telling right there is like Weird Al, I don't think he's ever dropped like a true expletive in a recording in his entire career.
I mean, nothing that crazy,
No, I don't think he's said anything at all like that. The closest he probably came was, I'm pretty sure he chose the segments very specifically, was in I think it was Poodle Hat. He did Angry White Boy Polka, which was Eminem and Papa Roach and Disturbed and all the new metal and the that era, the early 2000s rap that was so big.
Mhm.
That thanks to, you know, Eminem, of course. But I digress. How are you doing, Jesse?
Moving stuff around in the workroom, set up the work priorities so that I'll focus on research now, since we got that quest done. Repaving the research room in silver tile to increase the research speed a little bit.
Is that a thing?
Cleanliness affects research speed. So if you have a nice,
Oh.
shiny, sterile lab, you're a better researcher.
Oh, okay.
So sterile floor your kitchen, sterile floor your hospital, sterile floor your research room.
See, my research table was just hanging out in the middle of my workshop and went just fine.
Yeah, it's not a huge factor. I sometimes I don't bother, and it's definitely not something I prioritize. Like I'm only just doing it now, obviously.
Somebody needs to repair.
But you know, if you got nothing else going on, you might as well, especially if you're in a scenario like we are where there's not much trading to be done. You might as well do it.
Right.
Okay, I think we also, at this point, honestly, might as well slap in some more fucking pallets for more textile storage. Because we're still drowning in textiles.
Yeah. I no longer remember what our plan was for the jail cell. Were we just going to turn that into his room or keep that a jail cell?
Probably keep this a jail cell.
What was this room? What was this door for then? That's
So
the
that
question.
it doesn't have to be entered through Green Venom's room all the time.
Oh, okay.
And it's a little, I guess, a little quicker. Not much, but
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
yeah.
Oh, we have visitors. I have an inspired trade. I don't know. I feel like that's a waste because they look like
Yeah, they're small time.
they send somebody else. Who else is a good trader? Oh, Dreams. Dreams, she's great. What's she up to? Send Dreams to at least make a couple bucks.
Yep. Clear some junk out.
Try to. Alright, screen's up.
Yeah, we got an
And
eye
how-
ready to go. That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
We got a bunch of money in smoke shells. Weird, they came with 21 or 28 fucking joints in their pocket. Might as well.
Shit's hobbit forming.
I see what you did there.
Hmm.
Okay, 17 smoke shells for
Old Toby.
some drugs and food, I guess. +1 relations.
15 bucks, little
We
man.
have what? No wood left, maybe? No, we have 380 bucks. It's all on a pallet.
Got wood.
Hell yeah, I do. With all them styracosaurs walking around.
It's like-
Yeah, I thought
asking
so.
for it.
Dog-
Emphasis on ass.
I was gonna say dogs can look up, but I guess you weren't making the Shaun of the Dead reference.
No,
Nope.
on the when we got in, Jesse was looking at his Styracosaur while he was heading for lunch or whatever. And it
As
said
I do.
something to the effect of eyeing up a good meal or something like that. Wasn't that perfect, but it was like
I think it said, like, I am on my way to eat a fine meal.
yeah, exactly. Yep. He's just looking at Styracosaur. Yeah, I'd have him as like, oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, we have replanted. We're working on replanting anyway.
All right. Yeah, we do have a bunch of steel here.
We need some rain to wash out our damn steps.
Wash out everything.
You ain't wrong.
Except for that cave. But
We
a
have.
little bit couldn't hurt.
Oh, somebody smashed down a door.
Where does that happen now?
Up here, probably an animal that was locked inside. The door was probably built during the winter. The animal was locked inside with no food, so it broke its way out. They'll do that.
Oh, wild animal. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can fix that real easy.
At least they didn't take it out on us.
I mean, but they did just go all like...
Yeah, we do got a ferry.
I mean, you know.
Ooh, we got Troodons, although those are kind of not as exciting since we have Deinonychus now.
Mm-hmm.
2 wilds, though. Both male, so I guess we couldn't even breed them. It's like, I just think they're neat.
Already have one, I thought.
Do we? That is another carnivore to feed. We actually, that is, our Troodon is female. If we tamed a new one, we'd have a breeding pair of those.
But I think we've already got so many Deinonychus that, like, we don't need them, so...
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
see...
I think Deinonychus is just pretty much straight up, strictly better Troodon, I believe.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and even if it's not, it's the one we already have, so I mean, like...
Yeah.
You have quite a few Deinonychuses.
Yes.
Just
I
a couple.
removed... I don't know if I announced this when I did this. I think I did this last stream at some point. But I set up the stockpile in the dining room to be only Eutyrannus eggs and put the Deinonychus into the regular Styracosaur egg stockpile, so they've been dying all winter. The eggs. But yeah,
Okay.
we didn't have the food for them anyway, so...
Oh, we could have. We just decided to use the Deinonychus food stores as Zerg rushes instead.
True.
Oh.
Okay, trades is up. They're good to go. Oh yeah, this
Still at-
I was for who exactly?
How does...
This is for me.
Does Garrett go talk to trades or something?
Well, it's set to recruit. We've been working on them.
Okay.
It's just whoever happens to go over there, because we have some pretty good recruiters, wardeners.
So
Alright.
that was you.
In the morning,
Really
you can
unfixed
install an eyeball in my head, Eric.
So he's mulling it over. What's that?
You can install an eyeball in my head in the morning.
Okay.
Get your spoon ready.
It's always ready.
So this guy's crafting intellectual shooting.
He eats viciously insulted Eric's at my mother's nose. Why would he do a thing like that?
Because he's a lizard. You know how goofy mammalian noses, especially primate noses, must look to a fucking lizard?
I hate having tenant that's just so mean.
It is weird that he's being mean to you, but at least, hey, come on. You gotta understand where he's coming from.
Tell the game that.
The game's telling you that.
Game's telling me, hey, this guy insulted you.
Yeah. Well, you need to search within yourself.
We can do
for
better.
why.
We can do better.
I mean, you could evict him very easily.
Hope you're full of drugs and hope you OD, you son of a bitch.
It is snowing. God damn it! I'm having Wisconsin flashbacks. It's early spring and it fucking snows.
Yeah, but at the rate things are going, that'll be a novelty that we can look back on fondly.
You ain't kidding. We didn't get, we had a whole ice fishing circuit this year, and not one of the contests fired off.
Jesus.
Yep.
There was ice that was fishable, but not to like, hey, let's have 100 people out here
Yeah,
all
for
standing in
sure.
close proximity.
Yeah.
I had a nice informal meeting at NASA this week about some guy's research he's working on in Brazil. He's Brazilian.
Sure.
Making like basically desktop supercomputers out of GPUs to handle like the next generation astronomy catalogs, which are going to be like hundreds of terabytes worth of data. And just thinking, like somebody brought it up, like meanwhile outside it's boiling, and we're talking about stacking fucking GPUs on top of GPUs to process data. Like maybe these are
Yeah.
connected.
Wait, connected? I missed the middle part then.
Global warming and excess computing.
Oh,
It's something
really?
people bring that up with Bitcoin mining a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a whole nother fucking...
It's only one, part of it, but the point is
Right.
environment is destabilizing. What are the things we can maybe not do to help mitigate some of that? Perhaps we don't need Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, that's a huge one. I mean, it's already on its way out pretty handily.
Guys, it's summertime. It's always hot. Quit bitching.
Yeah. This is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, rampant flooding in the
Every
state
year.
of Wisconsin.
Every year, guys.
Oh, solar flare.
They also have apparently some sort of like new proprietary cooling solution. So
Cool.
that's neat. It's they got like a liquid cooling system that's not water based. So
CO2 fire extinguishers.
probably some like highly fucking toxic chemical.
Right.
that like
yeah.
comes
That's
comes from oh my god,
that'd be the way.
Eric, you fucker.
Oh no!
What have you done?
I put the eye in your butthole.
Thought it was a butt plug.
Yeah.
Classic
Cut
doctor
my head
mistake.
open.
Is this where it goes?
Oh, you tried to do it during the fucking power outage. In a pitch black room with no lights. God damn it.
That was it didn't even occur to me that something was going wrong.
It didn't occur to me either to even think about that when the fucking solar flare hit.
Yeah.
Does that waste the eye?
Yeah, the eye's probably gone.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Yeah, it's toast. Shit.
Well, cue up another one.
Son of a bitch. I don't know why.
What did you need a new eye for, even?
Because my eye is bad.
Is it bad or gone?
It's bad. It's got a scratch.
It's
scar.
How bad? It had a scratch on it. My god.
Yeah.
My sight is at 92%. My eye is at 70%.
Yeah, catastrophically terrible.
But it does also cause pain and reduces mood. Actually, mine doesn't even itch, I guess. But you know what? Fuck you. I want a new eye. It doesn't matter. I don't have to justify. Why I need a new eye.
I made it.
I already
put it
have
in my
a bionic
face.
arm.
I want a robot eye. God damn it.
And your lust for a robot eye got it stuck straight up your butthole, so congrats.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Because in the dark, Eric doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground.
Yeah, I thought your eyeball was a little squishy, but...
No, eyeball's supposed to be squishy.
I thought that was supposed to happen. I've done an eye... I did one for my wife. Everything seemed fine.
Yeah, except for you care about her.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Damn.
Cold-blooded.
Oh, yeah, we are on pretty bad terms right now, so...
Oh yeah, you just.
Oh well, the botch surgery supply
Would have it
most of it.
affected Muth?
Otherwise, we're fairly neutral.
I haven't even
Oh.
checked where I've been standing with people lately.
Yep.
Me and-
Eric botched my surgery, -20.
Yeah, he hates me now.
Why are we at a
Whereas
0?
I don't even think of you. I don't even think of you. I think you're a non-thing.
I mean,
I'm
since we
gonna,
started
I'm gonna,
this compound, we've all separated.
I'm gonna bang my wife. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
that must be it. It's just, yeah, we haven't had much time to interact.
I'm gonna bang Jesse's wife. Thank you very much.
Yeah, by all means. I mean, everybody else is.
Jesse's
Fuck it.
Jesse's gonna scratch his asshole.
Jesse's just gonna have a permanent case of pink eye now.
I'm gonna
Jesus.
see him in the morning like,
Jesus
hey,
Christ.
hey, dude, sorry about that. Solar flare, right? Whoops.
I wake up from the anesthetic in a darkened room. Eric's standing over me with a knife. What the fuck happened? Don't worry about it.
Well, yeah.
Where'd the
Yeah,
eye go?
me. Damn,
Say hi to Garrett for me.
we barely do. Me and Jesse aren't even on terms anymore.
Yeah.
Probably since all three of us died, is what happened.
Maybe that
out.
probably, yeah, that makes sense.
That would
Me and
reset
Eric
it
have-
then, so we'd have been down to 0, and that's about the same time more colonists were coming in, so.
Yep.
Less
Me and Eric are
opportunity to
back to being
interact.
acquaintances at least. He's a big fan of
Yeah.
me. Him and Daisuke both have +18 with me.
Yeah.
Mushinto.
You did slight me though, apparently.
Weirdly enough, my favorite person in this colony is still my wife somehow.
I know.
Well, yeah, because you're not the one that has to cater
You're
to her
big
needs
time.
anymore. Like you
You
get
like-
all the
you
wife.
get off on the.
No, he's ace. He
sleeping
doesn't get
around.
off on anything.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's gotta be it.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
weird that we're not even on the fucking chart together. Fuck.
Me and you,
Oh.
or someone else.
Yeah,
Joey?
me and Garrett
Oh,
are not on
yeah.
the chart together.
It's because we both got zeroed and we live at opposite ends of the compound.
That is weird. Yeah. What the hell?
We just don't cross paths anymore.
Yeah, must be it. I've
can't
never
be right.
paid that much attention to social relationships.
Well, I mean,
but
even then, like, you'd still be on there, wouldn't you?
you'd think, but
Not if we haven't
apparently not.
interacted. If we have no reason, like I think our work schedules are also very opposed. Like Jesse's primarily doing research,
Yeah, I
and
suppose.
although he's up there on handling and training for creatures too, so it's a little surprising that we're not
Bumping
running
into each
across
other that
there.
way. Yeah.
But I guess the animals are everywhere. If you're focusing on the Styracosaurs
shit.
in your pen,
Right, we gotta go kill this Therizinosaurus before he smashes the door down. I'll take care of this.
I mean, it's just a little wood.
That's what she said.
Ew. Oh, Laura Titans. That tiny? Oh, that didn't take long.
Argas are so cool. What the hell? Are they worth a damn?
Not really. Not when we have Camarasaurs.
Yeah, I'm hard pressed to see them being anything. Yeah, no trainability. They're just a little sauropod.
Any salvation.
Daniil contacts you and requests help. Wounded, unable to move. Will join if we rescue him. Unknown threat. No info. They are a human being trapped up there down the road. Should we go rescue this random person? I think we should.
They're not far away. Just take sufficient weaponry, considering what we've been running into. Just,
Yeah.
no half measures on. You should have. I feel like
I'll
you
grab
should
my
take.
dudes. So.
I feel like you should have more than just the 4. Who's like our next? Who on my group is the best fighter?
Four
So
with
I check.
animals is totally fine.
Yeah, if you run into 40 fucking
Hey,
people with.
if you want to send somebody along, you're completely free to. You can do
That's
that.
that's what I'm
So.
checking on, like to see who my best besides me is. Shit. I'm the only good fighter in my squad. Like really good. Chili and Dreams are both 9 and 8. They're not bad. Even in AOG's 7.
GJMK, right?
I hate to say it like this, but I'm kind of afraid of risking Chili. I feel like I know it's your wife and all, but if she goes down, besides that, if she dies in the field, is that going to tank the mood of like half the colony?
A little bit, yeah. If people have fond relations with her, they'll be upset
Yeah.
about a dead colonist for like a month. The other Ankylosaurus is bonded with somebody who's been named Rock. So our Ankies are Rock and Baragon. Oh no,
Oh,
Rock is a Boreal. Sorry, I can't read.
yep.
Okay.
Baragon's mine.
Still, Rock is a good name for an Ankylosaurid of any kind. I approve. Yeah, I don't know who else
Rook would be good too.
here maybe is part of my crew, but this is enough. So yeah, are you coming along or not?
I don't want to send me with. I think this is going to be a death trap.
Okay, then I'll just take my dudes.
All right. I mean, we could send Dreams of Honey. She's a 9 on shooting, and
That's
Nexus could go.
she's she's a 9 on shooting and has a minigun.
that's up to whoever wants to do it.
I mean, you can take her with you. She'll be part of your caravan.
Dreams of Honey and Gold, that's one of yours.
Yeah,
All right, I
send her,
could
take
throw
her
her in
with.
there.
She's got decent medical too, so she could be a good medic on the
Any
need.
animals to go along with her?
Uh, I'm sure she has some. Yeah, she's got Deinonychuses and all kinds of
I
stuff.
need to know which ones.
Oh boy. Deinonychus 3, 4, 6, 13, 14.
3, 4, 6. Oh god, these are okay. That's a 6.
Borea
You said
pelta 4.
4.
Yes, 3, 4, 6.
There's 3. You said Boreala Pelta. Which number?
4.
Okay, you know what? That's enough. That's fine.
Yeah. She's got the Borea pelta that she can ride, and then a little pack of Deinons to come with. Seems legit.
Yeah, there's the traditional caravan desync. No problem.
Yep.
To be expected.
As is tradition. That wasn't even the send-off, was it?
No, that was some other, maybe the finalization of the caravan or something led to the desync. I don't know. I picked the destination, but they haven't let the map yet. Maybe that's them
Roger,
leaving right
Dodger.
now. Not quite.
My simulation bar is going backwards.
Hmm.
Oh man, I'm going. It's it's going back. I'm losing ground here fast. At one point, I was at 80% on the simulation. Now I'm back to about 60. Yeah, maybe 70.
Mine's getting there.
Can you teach me something, Crow? I have no idea. Can you? Okay, who the fuck is not here yet? Why is this caravan not leaving? There it goes.
I mean, any person
Teach me
is
the ways of your people.
conceivably possible to teach someone else something. It's not like just because Jesse has a doctorate that there aren't gaps in his knowledge. That's made evident every time he hangs out with us.
Huh?
How is this out of food when there's 26 meals?
Probably 'cause that's not enough to feed everyone.
No, you don't get the out of food message until the food is gone. Even if it's not enough for the time duration. Maybe it's the animals. Maybe the simple meals are all veg.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'll bring some more.
Do you mean Caesar, but you misspelled it? Or are we talking about somebody else?
King Caesar from Godzilla. The Kung Fu.
Cesare. Caravan meeting.
Caesar the monkey.
Peacefully met a caravan from the Tromaxata Union, from the Trauma Union. They want to say hi and tell us about their low budget movies. We can trade. We have
Oh, you phone
Psittacosaurs and
Troma?
Pisanosaurs. Yeah. I don't really have anything to sell them though.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those movies.
I feel like I have to have seen something from Trauma, but I couldn't tell you what.
I've seen Toxic Avenger.
I've only seen parts of it. Never really actually seen it.
We can maybe take a little bit of like insect meat if we need to feed the carnivores or something. Not worth much. Ah, what the fuck? Why did that? Weird. Okay, I bugged out.
What happened?
The trading session, I think this is probably a multiplayer bug, but they did not stop moving while I was in the trade event, which meant that they reached the destination and it stopped working. So I was unable to trade. Hopefully the dialogue is still open though.
Yeah, go for it.
We might have a problem. I don't know. Maybe we can just ignore this, but
I'm also still in the simulation screen. I'm watching you make adjustment. It's like trying to catch up with the adjustments you're making.
Okay. Are you in, Eric?
Of note,
I'm still trying to come back from this desync.
Okay, so I'm the only one currently in game right
now. Yep.
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna restart the server here.
Okay.
See if I can get rid of this hanging dialogue box, because I kind of don't like it being there. We'll be right back. Alright, well, here's the fellow we're rescuing. Misandrous Gourmand, psychically sensitive, can't put out fires, pretty poor, cooking double passion, construction double passion, nice work types. 19. Doesn't have an adult backstory. I don't remember if they actually get adult backstories naturally.
19 and balding, poor guy.
Knew a guy like that once.
Well, let's rescue him. Are these apatosaurs going to attack me? I feel like these apatosaurs are going to attack me.
They seem fine.
I'm very skeptical of it being a clump of apatosaurs.
I don't think the apatosaurs are going to be the threat here.
Actually, can I just reform and leave? Yeah, I can just reform. Oh, but I have to rescue.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was say you don't even want to see what the ambush is, because I think there's going to be a legit ambush. I don't think it's going to be angry sauropods.
Offer help. He joined us. Welcome, Daniil. We rescued another human.
Eh. I think we could have left him.
I think we're obligated to bring humans with. They are adrift in time like we are. It's only fair
like
that we rescue them.
The ambush never happened, huh?
Nope, no ambush that time. Not
As far as I
guaranteed.
can tell.
All right. Well, he needs a house. Maybe we just convert this old fucking kill box into a
Well,
into a
they have to get
house.
back first, I suppose. So.
Odds are good, though.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't know. I feel like we should hold on to the kill box.
This old one doesn't
Yeah,
really have any purpose.
a backup kill box. What's not to like?
Well, that's just a weakness. A backup kill box is just an alternate, easier way for somebody to get in theory.
Oh, we have no turrets in it. All right, yeah, go for it.
Why am I doing
I didn't realize you'd.
this?
Like, it'd be
4,
different if
5,
you left
6,
like
7,
4 of the old-fashioned turrets in there. Because turrets can't be moved, right? You can only deconstruct.
No, you can move turrets, the small ones, not the big
Oh,
ones.
okay. Oh, okay.
7, 2, 3, 4. 7
Yeah.
by 5
should-
room, maybe.
Should close it off before we start breaking it down.
Well, the doors are closed, so it's fine.
Okay.
It'll be more closed off now that I make make it into a bedroom. So we'll put a double wall here just for protection.
I guess.
If you say so.
Mr. Big Shot.
You insist. Mr. Big I don't know why that popped in my head.
Because I said the title.
I know.
It's the logical jump. It's okay.
I don't know why I went with it. That's the question. Yankees.
Yankees. Now that's out of nowhere.
Yankees.
Oh, Yankees.
Yeah.
That's
Try and
like-
change the subject in my brain.
I think it's funnier the idea that you're just like, hey, so how about that baseball? Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like, dude, if you're
Totally
talking
the right crew to be talking that with.
right, it's like any time if you're gonna talk baseball, you got to keep it in at least the NL Central, ideally just the Brewers, but at least maybe some more Midwest teams.
I know very little about baseball.
I mostly know NL Central.
That's the one with the
because Brewers.
sticks.
Yeah.
It's called the Lance. Hello.
All right. Well, there's a bedroom set to be built. I guess
20
I will
minutes
be
of
responsible for Daniil since I decided to bring him to the colony.
At least there's that. Got another lower life form with us. Oh, it's on. Why do I sense another lower life form?
Oh,
Whatever
where'd all the
race-
food go? Pause.
Whatever the racist shit Obi-Wan says in episode 1.
Yeah. We have nothing.
Nothing what?
Nothing for food. We're out of food.
Oh. Yeah. We are low on food. OG's trying to collect some shit. But any we can kill.
Yeah, I just flagged some different stuff to hunt. We can forbid this pemmican. Caravan has arrived. Okay. Probably some food there too.
We could probably take down, like the Borneo Peltas are a bigger risk in the takedown than I think Troodons. They're high retaliation, but they're weaker.
I set to hunt the one that was already injured from Boreal.
Oh, that's why you eyed it up. Okay.
It ran into our traps. We might as well finish it off.
Oh, damn. I was wondering why somebody was repairing those. Also, I'd say the Wurosaurus. Oh, yeah, those are all, that's an adult with 3 babies. That's easy. So what the hell killed these other ones? Oh, they're Kentros. That's probably left over from the toxic fallout.
Yeah. right. Well, definitely
Is it
need
Messiah?
to.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, no, that's me. That's me. I don't know what the hell I'm...
Kill every motherfucker on this map. Basically.
What?
We gotta eat everything.
Eat everything.
We need Din Din.
Oh, do we talk the boys spoilers? Is that permitted?
didn't know that was a
We
prosthetic
can,
arm.
sure. We're at the end of an episode. We can talk about the boy spoilers for 5 or 10 minutes.
I was gonna say we could do that at the.
I haven't
No, no,
watched the episode today, if that's what you're talking about.
there's not one out today. It's Wednesday.
Is it? Did one come out yesterday? There's like a new episode.
Is there?
Or
I
is
thought it
it?
came out
I
on
thought-
Thursdays.
maybe it is Thursdays. I don't know.
I could have swore it's Thursdays.
I thought I saw a spoiler.
Well, I mean, there might it and write the articles about it. Like,
They're on Thursdays in the AM. Traits for Gold is Berserk.
so yeah, we could literally watch it tonight. But yeah, there's no new episode right now.
Okay, then I don't know why I
No,
saw
I
like a
s- I
spoiler
seen-
article for an episode that's not out yet.
I seen one too, but again, I'm sure that's review pre. Like they get to watch it a couple days earlier or something, and then write their article.
Or a leak, maybe. Okay. Well, yes.
That's
Never
awesome.
mind then.
Yeah, I have no idea what's coming up. I mean, you do. You've read the comics. Oh,
No,
they're
no,
off
I
the
haven't. I've
reservation
never
for-
read the comics.
Oh, really?
yeah.
I thought you had.
No, I've read about the
None of 'em.
comics. I've googled
Oh.
some shit.
Oh.
Like I'm not gonna go out of my way to find and read a comic if the reviews are middling. So.
See, I thought that actually kind of bums me out in a meta way. I thought that there was this cool duality of man thing going on with where both you and Mars had read the comics, and Mars hates the series and you love the series. But Mars loved the comic, but you guys both enjoyed the comics. I thought was the thing.
Picking out. I mean, that's expected.
Yep, did I not call that?
It's fine. We got no food for me. Doesn't matter.
That's one way to look at it.
So what do we want to discuss?
I was just going to get into the interesting approach they have on it, although I think a little bit I've realized is lost in translation for Huey being on just the full-on butt monkey humiliation conga, what have you.
Huh?
And there was I realized, so what happened is
Thank you for the follow, Betty Nan 8. Anyway,
oh
yes,
boy, did they come in at a great
spoiling.
time.
Spoil the boys.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I'm kidding.
I'll let you finish your thought, but I have some thoughts on Huey too.
But I was going to go into the fact of the whole series starts and kicks off with two massive points of trauma, of course. Starlight's sexual assault,
Mm-hmm.
and Huey's girlfriend being murdered, or through negligent homicide, and like how serious they played Starlight's, and then because Huey just went from his dad to the Tech Knight and Ashley bit there, and there were people that were pointing out like that felt like they played a lot more lighthearted in Huey's. Like there was nothing lighthearted about Starlight's at the beginning of the show, but Huey's is played for comedy. I mean, there's tension, but there's not the same like gravitas to the fact that he is sexually assaulted there.
Right.
And
have you heard what Eric Kripke, the creator, said about that scene too?
I did, and I feel like it's being taken a lot out of context. because I realized at first I heard somebody just say like, oh, he thinks it's hilarious, but then I seen the context of the quote, and he's talking about the 2 episodes in general for Huey. How, and that's just continuing with how, like I said, Huey is the butt monkey, the chew toy, the humiliation conga, whatever tropes you want to throw in there. For it's just everything bad's gonna happen to Huey overall. And that's what he's talking about. He's talking about Huey being the chew toy for the show in that context. He wasn't talking about specifically that he was sexually assaulted. He was talking about that it's like, how can you kick him when he's already so far down? And he's like, well, that's the humor of the show. That's my stance, or that's my opinion on that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I
no, it's
feel
your
like I think Huey's treated unfairly by the show. I think it's more interesting to see him as this everyman who finds his role in the group, which there's a lot of that in like season 1 especially. And I think at this point still treating him like a joke or whatever is not interesting.
Right, like ignoring his progress, his character arcs that he's supposed to.
I think season 4 is flirting with being actively bad. That's my opinion.
Yeah, they need to. It's but you said that from the beginning of this episode of the season.
Deliberately
like, they
bad,
need...
or
No,
like
it's just
schlock bad TV. It's
okay.
season. I think season 1 and 2 are fantastic, but
yeah.
it's been going down, and I think like season 3 was a little bit of a step down. I think season 4, unless they pull it together a lot here at the end or something, I think is a big drop in quality.
I think for me it's because I don't know. I feel like they're it's because they had to spin their wheels a little this season.
Maybe.
Like, because I think that's kind of ties into what we're
It's
talking
got
about.
penultimate season-itis where it has to spend all its time and effort trying to maneuver things into where they want them to be for the end of the series.
Yeah, and so because of that, you need to basically do filler portions for characters who already have had the majority of their story arcs.
Maybe,
And
but
I think
I also
very...
think stuff like just having like 30 minutes of an episode be pointless shit in a sex dungeon is also bad. Independent of that, like it just served no fucking purpose. It's just more shock that is like it's a different kind of like random gratuitousness because it's completely unconnected from the powers aspect of anything. Like most of the other sexually gratuitous scenes in the show kind of served a purpose of like demonstrating these power to humans and how they can like abuse their powers. And this doesn't really factor into that. This is just abuse.
Humiliating
Yeah,
Huey, yeah.
it's like it's completely disconnected from the plot of anything. It doesn't matter. We don't need to spend half the episode on it. Like
Right, it's filler. That's what it is.
Yeah.
100%. It's and that it runs into that problem. I think we just need to be thankful then, especially because this is a Kripke show, that it's dual edged here. It could be like Supernatural. I wish that it had more time in the series at that simultaneously as like I'm glad they don't have more time, because if they did like Soup a week the same way that Supernatural did Monster a week kind of format, there could be some really fun stuff that you could have.
Well, yeah,
with
that's
the boys universe.
also kind of a lot of what I liked in the first few seasons was some of the soup of a week type stuff, especially at the start of season 1 of like how do we kill this guy? You don't get that much of that over the course of the show. It's kind of a thing that they're missing out on a bit.
And a big part of that is because they only have 10 or less episodes to work with. They can't send the characters out to do that kind of thing. So yeah. From what I understand though, the Huey stuff though, especially here specifically right after his dad died, which is of course the big bit, is apparently that is straight out of the. Although they dialed it back.
Which part is straight out of the comics?
I think both big, like Huey just having misery lumped on him.
Yeah,
Misery.
there's a plot point I know from that he has a
So
similar encounter that like serves to push his character into where he needs to be for the finale of the comic or whatever. But also, like, if they're setting up for the finale of the comic, I think that's also bad. I don't think the comic ending, like, I think the comic ending is not bad, but I think for the show with the way it's developed the characters, it's bad. Especially also because they are setting up like multiple fucking spin-off shows. So if they want
right.
the boys universe, I think they'd be smarter to do a different ending than what the comic has.
Hmm.
See, I have no idea how the comic ends, but I can about imagine, like at least the direction they're heading right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, one big part of the ending can happen.
Right, they've already changed character origins so much.
Yeah. Come on, Mushinta. You killed so much other shit. You got this. Wait, why is this fucking animal still carrying shit with it?
Uh-oh.
Mushinto,
Yep.
bring it down, man. Oh, fuck.
The
Fucking.
Deinonychus went and did their
I didn't know it
jobs.
would do that.
I'm bringing it down.
Oh, when they
Without
get
him
too
being
close.
drafted, I didn't know the animal would attack back. That's
Yeah,
he is still cowering, but
like a bitch.
at least that works. That's cool. I also like that he's riding a fucking Polacanthus as if it's gonna be fucking faster than his walking speed. Which it actually might be, but it really shouldn't be, probably. It would be fun if you could use a Ankylosaur as a boat. That'd be great. Given their tendency in the fossil record to wash out to sea.
I mean, your Ankylosaur would have to be dead for that, so.
Yeah, well, not necessarily. I don't. I could see it plausibly. I mean, it's definitely easier if you're bloating and releasing gases to go floating out to ocean. But I can also just see an Ankylosaurus fucking wash away, but be alive like a fucking turtle on its back floating out to sea.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and to wrap up, because I think we're definitely out of
Yeah,
time
we need to
anyway here.
wrap this episode up, but we want to get
I
the
was gonna
spoiler talk
say,
done here.
for context there, I'm not bothered by Kripke's quote because for one of the context, he wasn't talking specifically about what was done to Huey. But I will say that, and I would have been completely fine with it without context if they had just stuck to the feather and the tickling, but
Mm-hmm.
then to have Ashley masturbating and then to rub her gruel or whatever on his face. Like, yep, that's too much. Like, that's one of those perfect examples of like switch the roles and oh my
Right,
god.
right.
Like if it was even if you switched the roles and you kept it to the tickling the feet thing, overall there would have been some people that are like, no, it's like, nah, come on. It's like that didn't cross lines. That's I hate to use this comparison, but that's if you guys ever had like a relative or like an uncle that like that wouldn't stop tickling you at family gatherings when you were a kid. If you ever had
No,
that.
I don't remember
I've
anything
never
like
had
that.
that,
I don't
but
think so.
I
No,
had
I had an uncle that thought it was the funniest thing for me to just be gimping out as he tickles me when I was a little kid.
True.
Never once have I ever thought of that as any form of assault, and I know he didn't mean it like that. He was being a bully, but
Right.
that's a different psychological
Well,
thing.
context matters. Obviously, that's
Right.
in the context of a fucking sex dungeon.
Right. No, I know, but that's why I'm qualifying it. Is like I'm
Yeah.
not saying that about my uncle. I was like he's. It's like you are a jerk, but you think you're being funny, and that everybody else is laughing. That's fine, whatever. And that's why I'm like, I don't think anyone ever would call that sexual assault. Like I said, they could call it being mean, like when they carry it on too long. But that's why I think that line where that's where Kripke's quote becomes a problem.
Mhm.
Is because he wasn't talking in the full he was talking in the broad strokes of the 2 episodes and the shit show, and not just the what specifically Ashley did. Because the cake thing too, like that's the same on the same level as the the feather, the tickling.
Mhm.
To me, it's like that was like at that point cringy, yes, but I get where it's trying to be funny, and for some people that was probably pretty funny. I didn't need to see Jack Quaid's ass, but there it was in a cake.
You didn't know you needed to see Jack Quaid's ass.
No, I still didn't need to see anybody's ass in a German chocolate cake because they had to specify. It's like, thanks, I don't know if I ever need to eat German chocolate ever again now. Cool.
Yeah, the German chocolate cake lobby maybe did not pay for that product placement.
I don't know, but I realize now after that happened, I thought back, I'm like, I have seen that term before. I thought it was a joke. I didn't realize it was a serious kink. The cake
Wait,
fart
what's the?
thing.
Oh,
Cake,
okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
I've seen that. I thought that was just people memeing. I
Well,
never because you're not gonna click on that because it's one of those things like it's like that's a funny couple of words there, and talking about it being a kink, like there's no way that's real. I'm not, and even if it is, I'm never clicking on it because I don't need to find out that it is. But thank you, boys. Now we know. All right, we need to end the episode.
yes. Yeah, I've said my piece. I just think ultimately the scene was pointless. So it was a waste of time. It was not interesting. I don't want to see sexual deviancy for sexual deviancy's sake. If it's connected to other stuff, that's part of the point. That's what the show is. But this was just
Right.
fucking pointless and gratuitous. So yes, the end of the episode. Goodbye.